Prepare for
battle. Hopefully a game full of chaos. Because that's definitely someone that leads on to initiate their PyCat, right? It's like there's someone chaotic about Alliance's draft. But I don't know about you. I look at this. I think there's a lot of kind of anarchy to the team fight for both sides, right? With the Medusa, with the Willow, with the Undying. And then on the other side with this Jakiro, with the Lina and the Slaughter.
Definitely got the Mars Arena with the Willow ult. There's a Tombstone in there. It's gonna be hard to fight into all of this, but Alliance do have a very fast pace with the IO. Kind of Juggernaut being sort of similar to in that sense that you either this steroid or the Slaughter type hero to armor from any. I don't know, I actually do like Alliance's draft here. I feel like they have Roche take towers with this Juggernaut. There's a lot of healing. I think Limp is on a comfortable hero. I think Alliance just need to play a solid game here, not do anything completely strange. I think
the battle begins.
Coming out head on this one.
Yeah, I think you kind of hit the nail on the head there, right? Mentioned Limp in that situation. Last game, we were kind of critical of him. Obviously, he's no stranger to DP, but something like the Lina, there's definitely that kind of more flashy, wham, bam, thank you, man, pick off after pick off kind of approach to the game that we know Limp extremely excel.
Yeah, and you know, he can also scale solid right click, right, with the Slaughter. I don't know, I just think there's some nice... there are a lot of nice tools fighting for Alliance for quite a long time. I wouldn't even be opposed to see Nico Baby. He could even go into something very active, a large portion of the damage. I think since it's Alliance, I don't think that's the case. Most likely it's just gonna be Battle Fury. Active.
Yeah, we do see a lot of teams, they opt for the battle, right? Like, you go for the Battle Fury over the Diffusal, because if you screw up, if someone goes wrong early on, like it did last game for Alliance, all of a sudden, you're up against this carry that's just outscale you, like...
Yeah, the only thing is I actually do scale much better. Of course, you don't farm as fast with the Manta as you do with the Battle Fury, but the way you scale in the game, I would say quite favorable. But we will see. There are plenty of ways to.
Yeah, they don't have a great save against the Flash action about as well. It doesn't feel like there's an easy way that miCKe can build to feel safe.
No, and that's kind of there's also this. I think he's a good hero against Medusa. Oh, and you kind of move in predictable ways, which is it's very easy to set up ice paths and macro fires on.
Also can mess with their kind of initiation, right? Like they want to put down the arena, play in the arena, and this chaos that comes out from the Macropire and Ice Path can improve the plan. The panel hit a good point around Tiger in this game, right? Like all these heroes have ways of screwing over the Dark Willow. It shouldn't be an easy Willow game by any means.
No, there are plenty of ways to kind of get to that.
They do have the neat combo, of course, with the, you know, terrorize while they're in arena, and then it's like, stop hitting yourself.
They've got plenty of nice combos. Yeah, no, they've got plenty of nice combos with their fighting, you know. Stone with the Stone Gaze, like, you have to run, but you can't run because there's a, you know, there's like a lot of nifty kind of combos here. FNC might be in a little bit of trouble here.
Too much armor. Collapsed it off. And the other thing to kind of highlight about that big team fight is it's not one of these really elegant kind of, if everything's done perfectly, it's amazing type team fights, right? It's kind of interchangeable parts, shall we say. They don't really usually need 2, maybe 3 max components in a big fight.
I feel like if they just, like, you know, all of their players, they just put their heads on the keyboards and just roll their heads on the keyboards, I feel like, you know, the team fight should kind of execute itself. You know, some spells will be pushed, some heroes will die.
It's a basic test these days.
It's all coming together, you know, it's all coming together nicely, and then you just see, like, Harikma in the background, he's just, like, rolling.
He's just stomping on his keyboard at that point. All the buttons, guys, I think I got them. While, you know, Alliance, they're very much this me find pickoff, me kill, please don't come as 5, right? Like, and they should be able to utilize that quite well, especially the IO, and maybe if it goes towards the boost and travel build, you see a lot.
Yeah, I think this bottom lane, as Sparta gets to maybe level 4 here, I think even that could be sufficient. Dying does have boots, so but once they get level 4, I think that could get really dicey for Lana. Oh, fine. That was a solo kill.
Yeah, he got the spear back towards the tower, and the spear wasn't good enough. In fact, if it wasn't for the creeps, he might have just limped away from that courtesy of the healing wall, but nicely done by Box. And now they might find another one, as FNG's too far up without assistance. Boxy doesn't have any mana there.
Bottom lane though. Are going on to miCKe here.
They keep trying this. It's been very awkward. Like, you see them get miCKe very close to death, but then they realize, hold on a sec, I'm missing 12 strength. This is bad. Although, if they get rid of the one that keeps getting all the strength, maybe. I don't see how you easily get Insania here. He's been playing pretty well positioned.
Yeah, I feel like they could have done a lot better in this bottom lane here. Or on Alliance's side, they're giving up a bit. So I think a lot of it is courtesy. They've done a good job kind of positioning.
Yeah, it looked like he was screwing with their pulls a lot as well. So I don't think they ever like saw a good opportunity to just pull the creeps back. Because admittedly, if you get miCKe near your tower, and Io Slardar, any hero who doesn't have good mobility is going to die. And speaking of which, they're trying for it now while Insania's not here. He is under tower though, so that's a pick up. I guess the awkward issue here is like you just spend these resources, you know who's coming back, and you know who's going to make your life hell as Insania's back on the laning.
Yeah, Limp though is he's having a very good time. So he's up by about gold. He's having a very nice game. Probably to get sort of active with Tread's build we saw yesterday as well. Tread's Yules, right click skate.
Yeah, he does on average. I think he's probably like out the
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
We do see a lot of the boots and travel play. Like I said earlier, you would be tempted, right? When you got the IO as well, you're like, well, okay, we could always have this positional advantage in terms of like mobility around the map compared to Lip.
Yeah, I think treads are kind of nice.
Oh.
Make you a bit stronger.
Oh no. Oh. Turn around opportunity for Limp as he arrives in the top lane. Boxy has got the arena, but no mana to cast it, and he's rotated here for nothing. And that's now twice that Nico Baby's got caught out in awkward situations as he was greedily trying to take this big fat stack.
I mean, this not just becoming an issue. Kinda need rotate. He got the limitation there.
Radiant structures are fortified.
More than this. Tiger might just die here.
Yeah, but he gets the FNG kill first, so he's not doing too bad considering that's the mid. Now having to be dragged to the out lane, and now Juggernaut has become the new mid. Well, bot, miCKe, this is the bigger one as well. Soulrip can help him out somewhat, but he's got no mana. They'll just chase him down. The body blocks are good from Hanskin, and that's an easy pick onto the Medusa.
Yeah, this is what they finally get the lane to close to their tower so they can, and there's just 0 chance to fight the Slardar outside of his tower. The bash, the overcharge is done. It's not a very fair fight.
Still, there's no denying that how this lane should have went for the first 7 minutes. Medusa's kind of had an easy time with the Jug. Like I said, he's now going to try and chill in the mid, farm up what he can, but the problem is you're stuck here. You're just taking so much damage constantly from Dragon Knight. I don't know if I'd say this is an easier lane for you to CS in, dude. Just the waiting for.
You might feel a bit more comfortable.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I have a lot of PTSD.
Oh yeah? Well, how would you measure them in comparison to Nico Baby's death so far?
I mean, it's roughly the same. Nah, it's like, you know, I've been there. I know the feeling.
think the big one that always
Guy with a
catches people off.
spear.
It's not even the spear active, like the ability, right? It's also the God's Rebuke. It always catches you off guard because you don't want to have to spin, for example,
Dire's
the
middle
Juggernaut
tower
just to get
is
away
under
from that
attack.
slow, but you know you're trading badly.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so incredibly difficult to.
I think isn't there like there's something to do with if I'm correctly, like Foxy, if you want, he can take 1 point of Bulwark. I don't think they fixed it where if you just stick facing the direction in which he initiates from Omni Slash, all the attacks are done from the front.
I think the way Omni Slash work had this discussion, unless it's been changed. I feel like it's you get 1 slash from the front and back. That's how it's supposed to.
Yeah,
But-
that's what I was thinking, but I heard there was a bug. I don't like they must have
Okay.
fixed it, where
Yeah.
it was something to do with like if you just trigger Bulwark active and stay in the direction he goes from, they all count. I assume it's gone though, because that does sound like quite a weird and randomly busted.
Dota mechanics.
We've had our share. Identifying the part that I'm sure is messed most of these yesterday, which is the 84% evasion on a.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Double damage.
Dire's
Double
Come
damage
are fortified.
on miCKe baby here. Potentially they could
Dire's
make.
middle tower is under attack.
Kind of want to hold on to this tower, get a deny, maybe try to get a kill on Koiko here.
Feels a bit too predictable though. He needed limp there, but he at least
Dire's
ensures they get the
middle
deny on the
tower
task.
has
So
been
it's a much
denied.
needed gold into Lions lineup. Limp still sitting at the top
FNG.
of the
Oh,
network.
FNG manages to dodge the spear
Oh.
there.
Oh.
Very nice kind of sidestep, and Boxy might be in trouble. No, he misses the stun.
Oh no, they got damage ice paths
Bottom
there.
tower is under attack.
I mean, it is Foxy's best hub. I guess he was gambling. So I don't think Ice Path has been thrown out yet, so he's kind of gambling on, like, is this going to be the 2-point liquid fire? But it feels like a lot of heroes, they go for that early point in Ice Path.
Radiant's bottom tower
Ezreal's
is
queued up
under
the axe,
attack.
so not going for this early blink. Wants to become more of a core at this one.
Yeah, you just front line, you run in.
Dire's
And
middle tower
I guess in
is
this
under
type of
attack.
game, like, you figure how powerful the stuns are, that's just going to make it very hard to keep you down and
Radiant's
out of the
bottom
fight.
tower has fallen.
Yeah, the only thing being that they do have both the Mars, the arena, and sort of the stone gaze. Of course, the duration of the stone gaze might be slightly lower, but it's just that it lasts for such a still hard. But yeah, no, I mean, as for if he gets to this axe, he's gonna be quite powerful in this. Alliance might actually have a tri-core lineup.
We see whenever the Slardar gets picked, it's just there's this combo, right? There are certain combos that kind of break Dota. And, you know, when you think IO over the years has been like the gyrocopter for a long time, but this new Slardar is definitely up there, at least the top 5 for IO combo.
Yeah, no, the Slaughter has been, you know, he's on the rise. He's getting up there. Actually quite close.
Radiant's middle
They
tower
he's
is
already
under
halfway
attack.
to the axe.
Dire's
quite
top
farmed.
tower is under attack.
While this is happening, Liquid strike at the top. This time they will get the FNG kill. What's the rotation out? Nika bit. That's an ambitious Omni Slash. The reload in was way too late. They were opting and hoping that Quafer was going to just panic and run to the tree line. They keep Limp away with the spear as well. And he's pumping that LSA. He can't find a target though. They're going to chase him down. Limp able to move away as the haste is still running barely though. And the Dragon Tail stun's now going to come out on the S4. He will be able to stun up enough to move away from the trees. So no kills given over. But considering what Alliance invested for this counter initiation,
Dire's
nothing
top
out
tower
of it. It's
is
got to
under
feel pretty
attack.
awkward.
I don't know, it looked very awkward for Alliance, you know. I'm not sure if Nico be situation. It's a Dragonite level 10 with maxed out Dragon Blood. Armor. Bracers and
Dire's
an
top
Ironwood
tower
tree.
is under attack.
Gonna kill this guy with just a
Radiant's
flash.
middle tower
If he's
is under
empty,
attack.
he's not gonna die.
I mean, it looked like he was hoping that maybe Quaker would panic a bit and go into the tree line when they were reloading, but
Dire's
Quaker
top
saw the
tower
damage. He's
is
like,
under
okay, this
attack.
is never going to kill me.
Dire's
Casually walk
structures
away.
are fortified.
If the Jug keeps chasing us, he's going to find himself in our territory.
Dire's
As a result,
top
in the end,
tower
Liquid
is
gained it
fallen.
even more as they finally bring down that tower. Of course, S4 has still been farming his art off in the bot lane. He's back there, and he's getting close to that axe he mentioned. So that's kind of maybe the bounce back point if these ganks keep failing, is that eventually you are going to have this unassailable spot.
Yeah, I mean, Nico Baby is finding some farm here on the Ancients. S4 just keep sitting down here, trying to get bags. They have FNG parked up top. There's going to be a reload on Koikwa here.
In, and again, the same problem. I mean, well, similar problem, shall we say, where the reload isn't able to connect at all.
Yeah, I'm just curious. The Ags is obviously going to be very S4. They do sort of lack a playmaker right now. They have the Lina. I think Limp would be nice to see him get a bit active, try to make some, set up some kills. You know, you have the Yules.
Instead, it's them getting active. But you say, like imagine you had a blink in this game. You'd be able to be doing what Quakefor just done right there, which is just find these more greedy targets and punish them.
Yeah, I really like the fact that Koikwa went for the double bracer treads blink.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Very tanky. Have sufficient mana with the mana regen talent. Got some
yeah. You've got to do so, right? Like, you don't need to be this kind of scaling core necessarily. You need to just be a cheap.
Yeah, this.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Comes up with proof.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Don't mind this. If they initiate me, it'll cost them. They respect the fact that Alliance, if they have numbers, they can still fight. So while the Juggernaut may not be ready to regularly participate, neither is me.
Nah, Medusa doesn't really want to fit in this game. Oh, there's danger. Boxy does not have a fort right now, though.
No, they don't know that, though. Well, they can see it in that fort, but in terms of TP cooldown. And Boxy does now have a blink as well, so they might make this kill happen on S4. He's getting close to that Ags, so it's 1,000 gold out. Lina would be an even better target. With the Iron not being there, like the reload might come too late to respond to what Liquid are about to do.
Might be in trouble. There's a smoke.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Can reload in here.
Liquid.
Radiant's
Jump in, stun's going to be there, terrorized. The arena goes down. They're going to be running into the wall. Clap with their face against an unmovable opponent as the arena is able to slay two. Tiger actually gets both the kills. S4 chased into the tree line where he'll be stunned up. And Quick Fight's got the Dragon Tail. Now throw out. Nice reload back though. Will get him away. Nice save by Hanskin to minimize the casualties.
Yeah, and the thing is, right now, looking at this Alliance's draft, I feel like, you know, this is a very fast-paced draft, but the way they're playing it though as if they want to go late into the... They are building this Mask of Madness Battle Fury on the Juggernaut, going for the Ags on Slardar, and yes, Limp's build is very active, but he's pretty much the only one right now.
And they're trying to get active again. It's like, I mean, you're trying to get active around this Jug that is just going for that more greedy on the farm later builder. It feels like right now, Liquid, they kind of got Alliance's number. They see the moves they're making. They know it's all too predictable. They also know that at this stage, it feels like if Alliance aren't 5 and initiating, how do they kill anyone?
I mean, the issue for them is initiating. They have the Lina with don't have a blink on Slardar. The Ice Path is level 2. Juggernaut has no defuse. How are you gonna get on top of the target, you know? Run in and... I mean, Liquid are not gonna let you run in. Kill
Radiant's
them.
Middle tower.
No, it's like you think, oh, well, S4 will have this Ags, he'll splash, he'll move quicker to initiate or something like that. But it's like, you already got an IO. I don't feel like speed is getting in has necessarily been his issue in terms of movement speed. It almost just feels like one of those scenarios where the carry thinks building Daedaluses is a good idea every game. It's like, well, if I just have even more casual mobility, I can just do whatever I want. You said Liquid, they won't let him, especially the amount of stun control they've got. Easily just put him in an uncomfortable position in these fights time and time
Dire's
again.
middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, I'm just curious if Alliance think that they're gonna win this.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I mean, if they do believe that they're just gonna take this, then it's understandable. But to me, it looks a little bit scary. Both the Medusa and he will scale, as well as the Mars. They're all gonna become incredibly tanky. miCKe kind of just innately tanky. So
look at what miCKe's going for. He's going for the MKB, so there's going to be this huge power spike if you wait around too long. It's going to be a questionable element of whether Alliance can match up to that. Yes, you've got that Trojan pace, but even then, you've got to keep in mind there is the fact about those independently tanky cores you mentioned, but also having that soul rip save or the terrorize to reset this fight. Liquid aren't disarmed just because there's a little bit of extra damage.
Yeah, and this portion of the game has felt a little bit weird for Alliance. I feel like the next one is more strange. Now they just finished the battlefield on the job. Now he can finally start farming at a faster rate. But I mean, Liquid are ready to play the game. They have 2 blink daggers. There's 3. There's Willow, DK, Willow, DK, and Mars all have blinks. They're just ready to run at you.
And Hanskin unable to save Lim's life there. They make it so easy to pick off targets, and then you just keep looking. You go, okay, S4, you've got the eye. What's the plan now? I will farm Blink Dagger. Gustav, we need you right now. We lost more heroes in the middle. I will farm Blink Dagger. I'll be ready soon.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? They're taking this incredibly early game active lineup and they're turning it into a very, very slow one. They've just been farming for 20 minutes. They haven't really tried to make any sort of move whatsoever.
Has been killed.
Now they're going to try, but this is the problem with the axe. Most of these heroes, they just see you coming or they cast their spells, and you either prematurely stun so you got the stats resistance, or you have no way of locking them down. I feel like we just need some sad music playing as we watch S4 in this game. It feels like he is going to be the headless chicken where, you know, he'll feel so close to catching his target and then they'll just escape every time.
I mean, once he gets to the blink, it's going to be a lot different. Limp also getting close.
Radiant are scanning.
They're going to have, you know, going to be quite strong. Once they get them, they will be able to find some initiative. They can definitely take fights.
But at the same time, when you look at the items that have come up with Liquid, they've almost got the BK being quick, but while Arena going down in the bot lane, Medusa has got the Demon Edge. She's getting very close to that NKD as well. It's not like Liquid are not going to have things to match these timings from
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
No, you can though finally see kind of Nico Babe starting to catch up to this. Does have the from the IO. A little bit surprised he's not by top of the
yeah, top of the relocate, which will get him even more money as they'll look to kill off Tiger. But the trade is not good there. You get the Willow, but it costs you your Slaughter, and now you use the reload as well. So
are scanning.
They might just try and find another independent pick off now that you no longer have your SWAT response.
Okay, for Alliance, the bounty on the way. Kind of whatever. I think Alliance, they need to start looking towards the. Of course, one possible Slaughter. Now already you see it's a Lotus on the Mars. He's up the solar Foxy, standing this hero very well. I like seeing him play this hero. I think he just understands kind of his role and what to do.
It's the difference in the offlane. It feels like that's the story of this series, right? It's like last time we said maybe S4 would have got away with being a bit greedy, and then, you know, Boxy had the right items, and once again, like on his hero, he fully understands it. Not only is this, yeah, a decent Lotus game, it also means S4's initiation can be kind of ruined, because usually you stun, corrosive haze, and let you look for a quick target.
Yeah, and now it's just gonna.
Here's it. What's going to come out? Luckily for Alliance, they vacate the area with anything super valuable. The ZFNG is going to be found out.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Dragon on Dragon action ahead. They will need to push in with this because they did use the Elder Dragon form. But I don't know if Alliance feel easy about sneaking a Roche here. I don't think they're going to try and capitalize on this spot.
miCKe caught here.
Bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He reacts too soon.
Radiant's
Pushed
top
back
tower
into the
has
spear to then be hit into the wall. Down to half
Dire's
HP.
bottom tower
BKB gets
is
out of it. Boxy turns away Lewis to reflect the damage, but Limp has that magic immunity. Boxy healed up, is going to stand his ground, but there's too many heroes here as they run him down and kill him off. And, the rest of Liquid will look to get out of this. This did give a lot of time for Quick for the poke and prod at the tower and the
Dire's
old Dragon
bottom
Form.
tower is under
They
attack.
might lose more now. S4 chase forward. Can't quite see him, and Tiger will scare away Nico Baby, so it looks like Liquid support will make it out.
Yeah, there's that little bit of extra boxy Rambo. Sometimes sometimes it's this one didn't really work out. Teammates were not really.
It's not the worst thing though, right? Like, you give over some gold, sure, but that's the 10-second BKB. Force the reload. It's 4 heroes coming across. miCKe is still farming while all that's happening.
Oh, it's not the worst thing, but you don't want to be it. It slows you down. It gives away gold.
Triple fire.
That's true.
They brought it down now to 1-2k.
Oh.
There's the blink dagger now, finally.
Yep, Quick for trying to save the day. Don't know if they can jump this DK though. He's a little bit too bulky. He has the DK.
Radiant's bottom tower
S4
is
will
under
prep
attack.
stun coming his way.
Dire's
Back
middle tower
off. Liquid
is
just
under
trying to zone them away. Realizing that this is a golden opportunity to take Roche down with the MKB between miCKe and Alliance. Heal out of position to maybe respond. They're going to try now with the smoke. Wards are down.
It's not gonna be very easy to relocate into.
Radiant's bottom
Too
tower
predictable.
is under
They jump in
attack.
first. The stun comes out. Limp. He's to activate that BKB. Finally gets it off, but the damage is too high. With miCKe chasing forward, the reckless Equip might just be enough to bring him down. Lina dead. And the Lions try with a backstab from Terrorize, pushing them away, splitting up Handskin from his reload target. He's going to be left alone. On the other side of the map, they fight here. S4 being brought low and down. The Omni Slash doing a lot of work, but Tiger will fall now. Stunned up against the outside of the wall was good enough to bring down Nico Baby. Quick was still on looking for more. The buyback was used by Limp. You won't have to die for this, but when there's 2 dragons, there's a rule here. One has to die, and it's going to be FNG again as he gets picked off. They'll return to the pit. Another good team fight for Team Liquid, and Alliance just running out of tools at their disposal to fight back.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it just looks awkward because it's like they're running around this bottom lane with this Jug Wizard, and it's gonna be very hard to relocate into the fight and actually get a fight. You're gonna have 3 heroes there. Of course, they're gonna be able to initiate one of your heroes, whether it's the THG or the Lina, maybe Florida, but you're gonna find this initiation. And once you come in, I could maybe just highly overestimating how much damage this Flash deals. Yes, you have Battle Fury,
Dire's top tower is under attack.
even an IO, but incredibly tanky items. Just the mana shield, not gonna make it through this. And he just gets speared right away after. You know, you got the Mask of Madness going, you armor, and you can't.
Dire's top tower is under
It
attack.
feels highly reactionary, but it feels too slow of a reaction, right? Like, you compare it to last game without this, there was this Spectre that they were up against. Liquid had, right? And if you were to jump anyone, instantly, like, Spectre could reinforce the fights. But there is a delay on these reloads, and Liquid, proven time and time again, they have the necessary burst to make that fight mathematical awkward oddity, should we say, for Alliance. Usually one member's already dead by the time they arrive with the IO jump.
I feel like the way Alliance playing this game, I think they're just being way. Always FNG, one alone. He has no one to play with. S4 has basically been trying to farm his Axe Blink. Tried to farm them for 5 minutes. Finally got them. Limp doesn't really have anyone to play with there. And then it leaves Hanskin. They're just running around for farm. And there's just no clear objective. It looks like, you know, they don't have any goal. We want to get to these items so that we can this. When Liquid are just playing, all right, we want to do this. And while they're doing these things, they are getting gold, they are getting kills, and that gives them items. It gives them map control, it gives them timings. So kind of Alliance looking like they're just playing to get items, whereas Liquid are just playing the game subsequently as a result of playing a well played out game. They're getting.
Yeah, it's kind of like Alliance playing Adventure Capitalist, and Liquid, they're actually playing Dota. as they're pushing into the base now. Alliance, they are here to respond. You've got Nico Baby split on the other side of the map to try and get some extra gold. You know this tower is eventually going to pull. Heck it. It's making it quite hard for Liquid though. The Ulls reflected back. They've already lost S4. miCKe with the counter right clicks able to run him through. This is going to be a lane. Nico Baby does not feel confident about fighting, especially now that the lost good stuff. But luckily for them, they have the tier 2, so Liquid can only get one lane out of this. Unlikely to try and force tier 4s.
Yeah,
you know,
it's kind of a silver lining. They're only gonna get tied. At the same time, Koikoi is getting Guardi completed. Butterfly next. Yeah, I mean, Alliance might have another fight in them, depending on how it goes, but really need to start thinking about how to try to make. They are just getting completely outfarmed, outmaneuvered.
Oh no, Nico Baby got found. He's got a TP. Not going to use it though. He's just going to back up towards his team. Looks like Liquid, they're moving miCKe forward. Nico Baby taking all the damage here. LSA stun, nice movement across to the back line. Able to get one kill, but the Omni Slash ended far too fast. He only gets the Willow, nice pin to a tree. Nico Baby got the spin again. Trying to move away. Healing what's going to be to the IO as well. We'll get him out. But that was close to a GG situation. I mean, the Omni Slash shorting out like that for a Willow kill was not what he was after.
I'll take that.
In fact, it looked like he had a...
I think once again, incredibly ambitious. Slash. It's almost as if he thinks he cut through the Aegis and kill her twice. I'm not sure. It looks very awkward.
They're so deep this time though. Foxy with the BKB trying to move away. Wait for a rise to stun to keep S4 out of the equation. Nice path going to be there. But guess what? The Medusa's arrived. miCKe now getting the damage out. Position across the fight. Hand's going to be brought down. The arena's going to go down as well. S4 can't escape. And Nico Baby, he's stuck here as well. Lip will go for the TP away and be successful. But the price is once again high. And Liquid, they just make it look so easy, so clean. Alliance just seem to lack any ability to burst any target.
Cena, he's just drawing the line. He's just straight arrow towards the Dire base. miCKe is gonna find a double damage.
Is under attack.
Fight was not enough. Yeah, I mean, Liquid will just kind of close this out. Alliance, they don't really have the damage. Go Baby's queuing up. I mean, in that fight, you saw like Mars. He gets amped up. The Juggernaut is hitting him. He's got all these items that he's farmed, and Mars takes 20% HP.
He dies so much time. It just feels like as soon as that BKB comes out, like, where is your damage? Your Jug is a divine rapier away from actually being able to do anything. It's not going to get to that stage. It's easy on miCKe. They aren't going to force the throw, but that's another lane down, and you know that this is the stage. Alliance, you've got one fight left, and you really just need to get on that drum, but you need to come up with the recipe, the algorithm that cracks the Liquid code. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be Omni slashing a Willow. It's definitely not going to be jump on a Mars. We've got 3 targets left to decide upon. I'm not sure if you're going to find Liquid split up anymore.
Yeah, and I'm also not sure that either one of those targets are kind of available to your, you know, just a hero to kill. It's gonna be that easy at this.
No, they've ticked those ones off, Podcat. They're moving on like that. Willow, stupid, don't do that. Oh, Fox, no, we can't kill the Mars. Maybe the Undying?
Now with the Butterfly? Undying has the Ghost Scepter though.
Maybe the burst from Lina. You just gotta catch Insane AFK from the keyboard for like 10 seconds. Wow, just have Tiger pump it. Ready to screw the mesh. Oh no! He whipped. Well, did he? Actually went for the stun on side of purpose. He didn't actually want to jump in, but they used the stone gate as a result because they thought someone else was coming. The problem is with the range, they're just going to lose Jakiro. You made a puddle on the side, but there's a bigger whoopsie made by Alliance in general. Now they're going to move in. Stun's going to come, the hands get terrorized. Flying through the hold on to instead. Arena's good enough to get one kill, force the buyback out of the IO, and then buyback straight away from S4 as well. They're up against the ropes. They need some for Godly here, and they're running out of buildings to throw at them as the final one's going to fall. Mega creeps, and it might be the game. Juggernaut stand up for a long time, looking to move in. Obviously, that's going to come out. They'll just stack together, though. Willow high because she's the most successful. Will die in the end, but that's only one dead. LSA's going to come out. They'll give it a shotgun to try and get Medusa down. They haven't even got through the mana, though. Nico Baby is just going to be ran down and killed off alongside S4. They'll chase down Hanskin. They'll team wipe Alliance, and they'll get the GG out as Liquid finally get some points in this group stage and get their first win of the series.
Yeah, I like the way